When your mother was pregnant with you, your family couldn't even afford the ultrasound. You aren't even born yet, but your family is already fighting. February 5th, 1992. Your real name is Neymar da Silva Santos Jr. You are born in Mogi das Cruzes, a city in the state of São Paulo, Brazil, and you get that name from your father. You grow up in a devout Christian family. Your family calls you Juninho with affection. Your father, Neymar Santos Sr., is a former professional footballer. Your mother, Nadine da Silva, is a homemaker, and you grow up right before her eyes. Your father used to play in the lower leagues, but one day a hip injury forces him to end his career. Still, he becomes your mentor and teaches you everything he knows. After his injury, he starts working as a salesman to support the family, but it's not enough. He also works as a cook, and unfortunately, that's still not enough. Your father works 3 jobs at the same time. They can barely afford to put bread on the table. You also have a sister. Her name is Rafaela. When you grow up, you get a tattoo on your shoulder of her face, but the world won't learn the meaning behind it until years later. But right now, you're just a poor kid, and you have only one thing in your hands: a ball, childhood. Your neighborhood is one of those with low social quality. The electricity frequently goes out in the houses there, so most of the children, including you, spend most of their time outside in the nearby streets. It's an environment where kids run around barefoot. It's 1998 and you're only 6 years old. You're playing a beach soccer match with your friends. In the stands is the legendary talent scout Betinho, and you catch his attention. Betinho is the same man who discovered Robinho, but that's a different story. Watching the speed and coordination in your movements, the dribbling and agility in tight spaces, Betinho realizes he has found the star of the future. And of course, you owe all of this to futsal. You play futsal with your friends in the streets. Brazil's 5-a-side indoor soccer. You don't learn football from your father. You learn it from the streets. Your touch is so fast that even older kids can't stop you. Your father sees all of this. In 1999, when you're just 7 years old, your father enrolls you in the youth academy of Portuguesa Santista because your father once dreamed the same dream, but unfortunately, injury ended that dream. Now your dream has become his dream too. With your performances there, you quickly become a statewide phenomenon. Do you think this was a gift for the father or a burden? 2003, Santos. In 2003, your family moves from Mogi das Cruzes to the city of Santos. Everything is rebuilt around you. Your father quits his job. Your mother leaves the house behind. Now the family's only focus is you. At 11 years old, you enter Santos's youth academy, Pelé's club, the heart of Brazilian football. Santos FC starts paying astronomical fees just to guarantee you stay at the club: 10,000 reais per month when you're only 15 and 125,000 reais at 16. Now, with your own salary, you buy a house for your family right next to Vila Belmiro. For the first time, your mother and father breathe easy. For the first time, Rafaela sleeps in a house with her own room. And so, on the shoulders of an 11-year-old boy, the future of an entire family begins to take shape. You didn't ask for this, but no one asked you. When you turn 14, the Spanish giant Real Madrid CF discovers you and invites you to Madrid for trial training sessions. You successfully pass the trial period in Spain, but the transfer doesn't happen because Santos's management offers your family a large financial bonus, and your father decides that it's better for his son to grow up and become known in his own country. This decision disappoints you a little, but it starts opening big doors for you. At 17, you sign a professional contract with Santos. Then you rise to the club's first team, and soon you begin receiving your first major sponsorship deals. March 7th, 2009, first match. At 17, you play your first match for Santos's first team. You're a little nervous, but with your unique hairstyle, colorful boots, and the yoga bonito, beautiful game show you put on the pitch, the world's eyes quickly turn to you, and suddenly everything changes. Just 1 month later, on April 11th, 2009, you're playing in the semifinal against your arch-rival Palmeiras. In this match, you score a critical goal for your team and your side wins. With that, you cement your loyalty to the club. Even though Santos ends up losing in the final to Corinthians that season, you are awarded the league's Best Young Player Award 2011. 2011 Copa Libertadores. Santos wins the Copa Libertadores. For the first time since Pelé, they become champions with you. You inscribe your name in history in golden letters, and everyone says the same thing, the new Pelé. 2 words, a label stuck onto your back. Pelé is a legend. Pelé won 3 World Cups, and now you, a 19-year-old kid, are expected to take his place. But no one asks, can this kid actually carry that? Because in Brazil, no one asks such things. Brazil hands you a shirt and waits. 2013, Barcelona. In May 2013, the Spanish giant FC Barcelona announces your transfer and signs a 5-year contract with you. When you arrive in Barcelona, you form a trio with Messi and Suarez, MSN. You become the most devastating attacking line in football history. With Barcelona, you win the Champions League, you win La Liga, you win everything. No one can stop you, you crush everyone in your path. But when you step off the pitch, something changes. The media, cameras, tabloids, parties, the diving controversies, hairstyles become news, birthday celebrations make headlines. The system doesn't see you as a footballer, but as a product. And you slowly lose that pure joy you found on the pitch when you were just an 11-year-old poor kid. 2014 World Cup in your own country. In this World Cup, Brazil is the host. The whole country knows that everything rests on your shoulders. Everyone is certain that this cup will stay in Brazil. But in the quarterfinal match against Colombia, a blow comes from behind you. You fall to the ground. The pain's so intense you can't even move. As you're carried off on a stretcher, you cry. The whole country cries with you. They rush you to the hospital. The impact has fractured your spine. Your tournament is over. Then in the semifinal, Germany wins 7-1. The night that will go down in history as the Minerazo. You aren't even there, but everyone blames the loss on your absence. Even injured, the fault was yours. 2017, Paris, 222 million euros. At Barcelona, you start looking at other options so you don't stay in Messi's shadow. Then the most expensive transfer in history happens. PSG transfers you for 222 million euros. This isn't just a transfer, it feels like an earthquake. In Paris, you want to step out of Messi's shadow and create your own. But there you encounter another shadow. Mbappe is rising, and the club slowly starts seeing its future in him. Then the injuries begin. One season, the ankle, the next a metatarsal, then the ankle again. In the most critical matches of each season, you watch from a hospital room. 6 years. Your cost to PSG was over $200 million, but there was no Champions League trophy. At first, Paris wanted you, then Paris used you, then Paris dropped you. 2023, Saudi Arabia. In August 2023, closing the door on Europe, Al Hilal signs you for 90 million euros. Your annual salary is $104 million. You go there with an astronomical salary and luxurious living conditions, but for you, things go completely wrong. You play only 7 matches in an Al Hilal shirt, then the injuries begin. With the national team, in a match against Uruguay, you get injured, your knee gives out. The anterior cruciate ligament tears, your season is completely over. 18 months later, Al Hilal terminates your contract. 90 million euros, $104 million salary, 7 matches, and 1 goal. The numbers are merciless. 2025, return home. You don't want to be done with football. In January 2025, you make a huge sacrifice. You take a massive 99% pay cut and return to Santos FC, the club you've loved since childhood. You fight hard in the Brazilian league to erase the memory of your past struggles. Santos, the very place you started. After 12 years, you come back. The club president says, "The time has come, Neymar. Return to your people." But the injuries don't leave you. In fact, they continue. In 2025, 4 goals in 17 matches, then another meniscus, another surgery, another waiting period. You're 33 years old. Your body is literally asking for a loan. Despite the severe injuries, you don't give up. You keep working on yourself. Now you're 34. The Brazilian national team coach Carlo Ancelotti Ancelotti includes you in Brazil's squad for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. This tournament will be your last chance to complete the biggest missing piece of your career. But one question lingers in everyone's mind. Can Neymar play in this World Cup without getting injured? Legends and truths. Most people know Neymar as a talentless showman, but looking at the facts, he became the highest goal scorer in Brazil's history. In 2023, he broke Pelé's record with 79 goals. They also say he went to Saudi Arabia for the money. The truth is, PSG's new head coach simply didn't want him on the team. He couldn't find another club. Saudi Arabia was his only door. They see him as a party-going, undisciplined man, but he's the kid who signed a contract at 11 years old to save his family. That kid never stopped working hard because he never had the luxury of stopping. People thought he could be the new Pelé, but looking at the truth, no one can be the new Pelé. It was the system that stuck that label on him, and that same system crushed him under the weight of that expectation. The end. You were an 11-year-old kid. Your family couldn't even afford the ultrasound. Your father worked 3 jobs, and one day someone gave you a shirt, and you began carrying everything on your back. You carried your family, you carried the club, you carried the country, and everyone called you the new Pelé. But no one asked, what is this kid really carrying? Beautiful game isn't played in a beautiful world, and sometimes the greatest talent becomes the heaviest burden. If it were you, would you walk the same path, carrying your entire family's future on your shoulders at 11 years old? Your answers matter a lot to me, so write them in the comments. I'll read every single one. If you don't want to miss our upcoming stories, turn on notifications right now.